Welcome to another episode of Crew Equip. It's me, Noble, and we are working this month on hot topics, meaning I am inviting a few of my students to come in here and ask me any question they want, and on the spot, I will be trying my best to answer it, I have a special guest here, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. Powerful young man, strong, joyful young guy about that business, and hopefully he'll take it easy on me.
Hello, my name is Matthew Shannon. I go to high school, and I play football, and I wrestle.
All right, so, sir, let's have it. Question number one, what you got for me?
So my first question is, what will happen at the end of existence?
Okay, the end of existence. What do you mean by, because one thing that's important is a lot of times you don't want to answer the question, you want to answer the questioner. So what do you mean by the end of existence?
When God comes down back to earth, if you are saved, you will go to heaven.
So you answering the question for me? I'm asking what you mean.
If you're not, you will go to hell.
Okay.
So after God comes down to this earth, what will happen?
Well, there's a few things that will happen, but when we talk about existing, that means having some sort of form. And I would say that we will always exist. Like the soul that he's given us is eternal, and so there's something about that. Like you're going to go somewhere. But then there's also the aspect of the destruction of the old earth and the old heaven. And the Bible speaks about a new earth and a new heaven. So you will always exist. So I don't know if there is ever a time where there will be an end of existence. There might be a new reality that we live in, but there won't be an end of existence, so to speak. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So you can take that back to your friends and tell them, what's up. Okay. All right. Number two.
All right. So my second question is, what is the difference between science and religion?
Okay. Religion. What is the difference between science and religion? Because, see, the idea is just when you say religion, that doesn't necessarily mean being a Christian. There are hundreds, thousands, even, I think, in Hinduism, there are, I believe, over 3 million gods, and they're all served differently. So when you say religion, I think religion in general tries to answer the questions of, the normal questions of what is my purpose? How was the earth created? What happens at the end? What happens when you die? Like they answer those types of questions. And then, and so like, that's just religion in general. And I would even go as far as to say that certain things we call religion aren't necessarily religion, like Christianity. If you look it up, really, it's not. It's a difference in religion, because when we talk about religion, it's what must I do in order to get to God. Whereas if you look at our faith, it's what did God have to do in order to get to us, which is very different. And I mean, iconoclastic, or, that's a big word, very changing in comparison to the other stuff that was out there. And so science, oftentimes we talk about the scientific method, which is observable. And so from that comes theories and hypotheses, but science doesn't necessarily determine anything. It just says this is what we can see, and then we draw conclusions from that. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people who say they believe the science or they're for the science, science only records, it doesn't tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? So, and what we're finding, which is weird for me, not weird, but amazing to me, is that science is actually showing that the things in Scripture are true. Like I was talking about last week with Luke about how there are things in science that are showing the reality of a Big Bang, and things that talk about resuscitation, but we call them resurrection. There's things in science that are proving the realities, and it's like the science is catching up with the truth that's already been known in the Bible. So I hope that helps. That works? Okay. So you've asked your two. I think it's been a successful week. You were easy on me. I appreciate that. Come and see us next week as we continue into these hot topics. We're going to continue, and they're going to hopefully, we can continue to ask these deep, profound questions. And if you have any other questions, again, you can always figure out a way to meet us at C.R.E.W, which is every Thursday from 7 o'clock CST, Central Standard Time. All right. Thank you.